Performance Insights is a component of the HPE 3PAR and Primera SSMC Management Console that uses AI-driven analytics to identify the root cause of storage performance issues. We'll start at the Systems area of the SSMC, where the left side of the screen has a list of the storage arrays that are being managed. Each array has a saturation percentage that's tailored to this specific system's unique characteristics. The algorithm looks at the specific hardware configuration, including the model type, number of drives, controller nodes, and host ports. It then characterizes the workload by using a set of fingerprints that have been developed by analyzing telemetry data from thousands of similar arrays in our install base. The saturation score is then correlated with a performance score, which ranges from 0 to 10, where a lower number indicates less contention. In this example, we see a lightly saturated system with good performance, but it's possible to see a fully saturated system with good performance, or conversely, for a lightly saturated system to have some components experiencing contention. The analytics screens for each system can provide more information. This is a different time period for the same system. Hovering over an interval displays its metrics on the right-hand side of the screen. At 1330, the system was only 45% saturated, yet it had a performance score of 9 out of 10. In addition, the dark colors in the hotspots chart below indicate that there are some volume outliers that have unusually high latencies when compared to other volumes in the system. Clicking on one point in time gives us insight into the cause. There's a significant imbalance in the I/O to the host ports on the array. The link for the affected port takes us directly to its performance report. Here we see that this one port is handling significant I/O, and we do see some spikes of elevated latency. We can go to System Reporter to compare this port's activity to the other host ports on the array. And here the imbalance becomes apparent. When we click to display one of the intervals in more detail, we see that 2 ports are in use, but almost all the I/O is going to just one of them. Maybe it's time to check the multipathing configuration at the host level. The last thing we'll do is go back to the list of systems to look at a more highly saturated system in more detail. As I mentioned earlier, the saturation percentage incorporates years of telemetry data from thousands of systems to determine the performance your configuration is capable of and where its limits are. We also go one step further with the AI-driven capabilities that are built into Performance Insights. You can now forecast array performance into the future in order to make informed decisions about where to deploy new workloads and how to plan for upgrades.